Okay guys, welcome to another episode of What's Your Build? In this episode, we've got the Arrma Infraction Mega. And this little car was kind of cool when it came out of the box, but we did some modifications that makes it a hell of a lot more fun than it was originally. In this video, we'll go over what we changed, we'll explain why, and then you'll know what our build is here at the channel. Check this out. Okay guys, as many of you were curious about this came out at the same time as the Vendetta, and I was very curious about this, just like a lot of you, when this hit the market. You know, a friend of mine, Zach, he's got the full scale, the 7-scale version of this, and that truck is an absolute beast. And I was expecting something like that from this one, but the real tipper on that is the word Mega, and that's a brushed system, and that's what this comes with. So it comes with a brushed motor, it's got a brushed speed control in it, and it's limited to right around 20 miles an hour out of the box. Now, if you're a young kid and you're just getting into the hobby, that's impressive. If you're just gonna play with it in the driveway and gravel areas, that works pretty good to an extent. This is still built on the 3S platform. Therefore, gravel gets into the steering linkage and it can lock the steering up a little bit, so it's more along the lines of a paved or a nice packed dirt area as opposed to running in gravel. And initially, it came with these. These are the guitar tires, and they're more like a buggy style tire, but they're small because this is kind of a tiny vehicle. These are kind of small, and it doesn't take long to wear those nubs off, and that's a real problem. So we went ahead and put the 11s on this one, which are off of the Vendetta, and these are a pavement tire, and in my opinion, that's really where this car belongs. It's designed as a pavement drifter, at least its big brother is, and that's what you'd expect from the smaller version. Now, when we put it out on the driveway in the stock form, it was a little underwhelming. If, like I say, if you're young, and you're fairly new to the hobby, it can be pretty thrilling, especially in a short area. It's got some pretty good acceleration, but it's really limited to what it can do. So what we did, and if you watch the video on this where we did the unboxing, we explain what we did, but we're gonna go into that right here. So when you get into the car itself, you'll notice now it's a 3S system. And that 3S hardware includes the Spectrum 100 speed control and the Spectrum 3200 kV motor, but that's not where it ends. There's a lot more to it than that, because this thing came with a plastic spool gear in it, and it was just a plastic setup in there that couldn't handle a lot of power, and it didn't take long with this 3S setup to melt that completely to the ground. So if you take a little closer look here, you'll see that this has the 3S. It's got the slipper case and the motor mount out of a 3S vehicle, which has the aluminum plate. The original one was all plastic. The upside is this particular car was a lot easier than, say, when we upgraded the 3S Typhon from a Mega to 3S, because this already has the 3S differentials in there, which makes it a lot easier to assemble. Once you got this stuff in place, everything else fell into place real easily, and we kept a fairly low gearing. This isn't geared super high, so you can drift and skirt around all you like with this, and it doesn't overheat because we didn't gear it so high. It's still really fast. I would say it easily doubles the 20 miles an hour that it came with out of the box. It still has the stock servo, and that's this one right here, but we did put a 6-channel receiver in it that we control with the DX5C, which allows that AVC to really kick in and do a nice job. Everything else on the truck is stock except for the change on the tires. We didn't have to mess with the differentials. It's stiffer in the front, so you can feel more resistance in the front than the back, and that's more of a racing setup on these. Generally, if you're stiff in the back, that's for bashing, and that gets you around in dirt and debris with kind of a cool look to it. But when you stiffen the front, that's more of a drifter setup or a racing setup, and this vehicle really shines in that capacity. You know, we haven't had any issues with any of the drive lines. All of the drive lines, all of the steering linkage, everything. And we did get out of pocket a little with it. Everything is holding up very well. This nice big foam block in the front really protects the body good. And we picked the red, white, and blue one because, in my opinion, it's just the prettier one out of the two. And it does have a beautiful blue in the paint here, and the red is deeper than it looks on camera. It's really a pretty body, and it's got a good look to it. This is based on the 3S platform, so it has the plastic chassis. But what I was talking about here is you get down into this area, and that's right in here. There's a big opening right here, and there's some openings in the side. And when you turn the steering wheels this way, it has a tendency to kick gravel up into that slot. Now, this is a little better than the first version of this chassis design, but if you're in gravel and stuff with, say, this type of tire on there, you're gonna kick gravel up in here and it'll lock the steering when you get a rock wedged in there. That's just typical for the 3S platform on these. So the trick to that is you simply flip it upside down, turn the wheels, and the gravel will dislodge and fall back out, and you're good to go. Other than that, it's a really stable and durable platform. I'd like to say there's more to it, guys, but literally, that's the build for the Infraction Mega. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's awesome when you do, and it lets us know how we're doing here at the channel. You know, we like doing this kind of thing. You know, these little street cars, they're a blast to play with. It's not really our mainstay here at the channel. We like the dirt, and I was really disappointed that this didn't do better in the dirt, but it does have kind of a low ground clearance, which limits where you can run it. If you guys have done some modifications to your Infraction, please feel free to leave it in the comments down below and help others along the way. Hey guys, I'm AJ with AJ Jam Studios saying, keep bashing, guys.